We're in the house today. We're talking about secrets of YouTube success. I'm so excited. This is my favorite class. How about you?
Oh, I love it. I mean, it never stops. You know, we keep adding stuff to this class. We keep learning by doing, and just so excited to share with anybody out there that's interested in growing a brand through YouTube.
Yeah. Let's get right into it.
Cool. So thank you so much, everybody, for showing up today. And our goal is to tell you a little bit about the story, so how we got here, and then teach you some of the tips and tricks and the things that we've learned, some of the things we've done wrong, some of the things we've done right, and give you those tips and techniques that you can incorporate into your YouTube strategy and building your brand. So, all right. Let's just call a spade a spade. Video is the #1 form of media. I mean, it's the way that we do content today. This is the way that we get people to connect, and we build trust, we educate, we guide. And without doing video, it truly is a big, big missed opportunity. So that's easy to say, right? Now, many of you might be saying, well, gosh, you know, I've tried it. I've done 1, I've done 10. It's not working. It's like anything, honestly, it is all about consistency. But for me, it was challenging. So I don't know about you, but when you started, you know, if you were like in your head, it was that way for me. And so our story is, I'm in Arizona. I've been lending for a really long time. I stopped saying the number of years. I'm just going to say it's over 20 now. You can do the math. But I see I've had like 2 halves of my career. So the first half was good. I mean, it was good. I was doing well. I love this business so much. I still love it today. And the reason I love it is it changes every day. So it keeps me fresh, and it keeps me needing to focus and evolve. But in 2008, we all know that the market changed. And being in Arizona, we led the nation with short sales, bankruptcies, foreclosures, all the stuff. The faucet turned off. And it was scary. I had clients losing their homes. I had referral partners leaving the business. It was scary. It was just a tough time. And at that time, I was like, gosh, what can I do? What does my community need? What do my referral partners need? What do my clients need? And it led me to the point of thinking I had to communicate different. I had to get out. I had to talk to people. I had to say what could be done. And I had to start educating around, if you have had life happen to you, there was hope. There was the thought that you could buy again. Now, up until that point, I couldn't tell you what the waiting periods were for bankruptcy, foreclosure, short sale. I didn't know. I'd never experienced that in my career. But that person that was going to try to bring hope and inspiration and the reality, truthful reality of what could be done with home lending and help navigate our community through it. So that kind of started in 2008, and I started to speak and do all these things. But for me, video started in 2013. So up until that point, I had been sending out a weekly update to the real estate community. It was going to about 1,500 real estate agents. Every Friday, I would just give them a nugget, something that I thought that would be helpful to their business or knowledge base. And in 2013, I was like, maybe I should turn this into a video. Up until this point, I'd not done any video. Shay had not done any video. We didn't even know how to do any of this. But I just had this idea. So in 2013, I shot about 8 videos, never sent one out, not one, because I was mortified. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound. I do this weird thing with my eye, like all of these demons, these mental demons. They just took over and they shut me down. They shut down all of that hope, all of that inspiration, all of that just shut it down because I let it. So if that's you, continue on this journey with me. Because for me, the only way it changed was me deciding. So in January 2014, Shay and I sat down. We did our little marketing, what we were doing for the calendar and the quarter and all that fun stuff. And I just said, Shay, we got to figure out this video thing. And Shay was great. In Shay's style, she said, Kelly, we don't have to figure out anything. You either need to get out of your own way or this is going to haunt you forever and we're never going to get this done. So for me, that was it. In January 2014, it didn't make it easier. It didn't make the demons go away and all the negative self-talk that I would feel and see and do to myself when I saw the videos, but it was a decision. So let me be your Shay. If you are at that point where you're struggling because you don't like it, you don't like the way you sound, the way you look, all that stuff, let me be your Shay. You have a voice. You have a message. People need to hear from you, and you have the ability to influence and guide people through this market. So since January 2014, we have sent out a video every week, 50 weeks out of the year. And now what is that? 9 years running, right, Shay?
Yep. Well, we've been sending emails out for 11, but then we just started doing the video 9 years ago. And let me just say, as the actual Shay, I approve your message. That's a good
out of your own way. Right, Shay. So if you guys have questions, feel free to drop them in there. If you're struggling with this and you want to talk more, we can talk about it. But let's dive into the reality is YouTube, we knew was our platform. So at that point in time, we were just like, you know, it was new. It wasn't like it is today. But YouTube was our choice of platform. And it was our choice because YouTube is different than all the other social platforms. And it still is today. And it's different because it's the place people go when they have questions about a topic, as opposed to the other social platforms or a more scroll feed. So they might catch you, they might stop and watch, they might see the short, but in reality, it's scroll feed. It's there and it's gone. So would you like to be the expert in a place that people are going to that have questions that you can answer? That's the opportunity with YouTube. It's the #2 search engine in the world, right behind YouTube or right behind Google, and Google owns them. So, you know, you get preferential treatment. And who doesn't want to come up in a Google search, right?
Right.
I do. All right. So what was the last thing you learned on YouTube? I just want to know it. Put it in the comments, because honestly, I go there all the time to learn stuff, whether it's listening to a podcast, whether it's mindset, whether it's like I got a new curling iron and how to use it. I go there all the time. And buyers and sellers and people that need to refinance or understand debt consolidation, they're all there and they're searching for answers to their questions.
What was the last thing you went on YouTube for, Kelly?
Oh, let me see. I don't know. I'm on there all the time. Well, no, seriously, probably the thing that comes to play is this dang curling iron I got. I know it's silly, but it came with instructions. I didn't read it. And I just went to YouTube and they had videos. I'm like standing there in the mirror, watching the video, doing my thing. Yeah. I mean, I go there all the time. I do lots of podcasts, lots of, Neil Dingra in Forward. I'm following him and seeing what he's doing. And I'm just always learning. I'm an avid learner, so it's a great place for me. But it's where our clients are and our referral partners are. So it's a great place for us. And, you know, Shay, I think so many people ask me, like, why do you do this? Why do you give your secrets away? Why do you tell everybody all your competition? Like, I don't view it that way. The world is so big. And your voice is your voice, and my voice is my voice. And it's okay that we're out there saying similar things. You be you, I'll be me. And guess what? Together, if we do this right, we can change the fabric of how people go through this home loan process and build wealth through real estate. So that's what excites me still today. All right, Shay. So where do you want to go from here? Give us some stuff.
Well, we're about ready to geek out on all analytics and things that you can do to grow your following. I think that I put this slide up about the numbers don't lie, because I just want everybody to really understand the opportunity that we have with YouTube. And I'm going to get into the opportunity. And then, like I said, we're going to geek out on some stats and some tips. But as you mentioned, we were using YouTube for years as our library to keep our videos. And it wasn't until I actually came across a channel called Think Media that I started to understand that YouTube is so much more than a library. It is a revenue generator and it's a lead driver. And I really didn't think of it like that. And I want to make sure that everybody understands the actual opportunity. Most people on this call should already have a YouTube channel. And now we're just ready to start getting some more views and lean in on what the secrets of success are on YouTube. So I want to make sure that everybody understands that there is a monetization opportunity for everyone.
What does that mean? Wait, what does that mean? Does that mean YouTube's going to pay you?
Yeah, to market your business. They're going to pay you, Kelly Zitlow, to market your business. They're going to pay you to do that.
I like it.
What kind of platform really does that? See, I knew that people got money from YouTube, but I had it in my head for forever that, oh, that's just for people like celebrities or people who are influencers and they have millions of followers. I actually didn't know that the average everyday person like you and I could make money on YouTube with a small following. I didn't know that until I came across Sean Cannell, his YouTube channel, and I was like, "What? We could make money." And now, granted, we're not making a lot, but we're making money, and making money is good. And I'm really excited too because YouTube just recently, since the last time we taught this class, lowered their monetization standards. So in order to monetize and get paid from ad revenue on YouTube, from views that you're getting and the ads that run along with your videos, you can now monetize and get paid on that when you have only 500 subscribers. They reduced that from 1,000. So now you only need 500 subscribers. 3,000 hours of watch time in 12 months. It used to be 4,000. Now it's 3,000. But they did add this new thing because they want to make sure that you're doing consistent uploads. You got to have 3 public uploads within 90 days. And this is a good thing. I think it's good that they put that measure in place because truly, in order to make money or have success, drive leads from YouTube, get exposure, all the things we want, it's going to require consistency. It's not a one and done. It's a long game. You got to be consistent in your posting. So this is exciting news. You can actually get paid by YouTube to market your business when you share your knowledge with the world. So I want to share a few true stories too, because this just goes back to the opportunity with monetization. On my favorite channel, Think Media, Heather Torres interviewed Erica Kohlberg. She's an influencer and she has, more than 10 million followers total. She has 9 million followers on TikTok and 1 million followers on YouTube. And this is a list of how much money the different platforms paid her for views. So you can see the astounding difference. She has 8 more million followers on TikTok than she does on YouTube. Yet she was paid a couple $100,000 from views on YouTube versus only 3,000 on TikTok. So to me, when I saw this stat, I was like, what? That's mind blowing. But what about everyday people like us who do not have huge followings on YouTube yet? Because everybody has to start somewhere, right? So just because you don't have a big following now doesn't mean you won't. We're going to teach you some of the ways to get more subscribers and grow your views right here today in this class. But let's talk about Kelly Zitlow. Kelly Zitlow does not have 10 million followers. She has 3,000 followers on your Mortgage How Do I channel. We got 27,000 views in the last 28 days. You made $146 on that, Kelly. Hey, not bad.
Excited about that.
Yeah, that buys like one trip to the movies.
What's so cool about this, and we have 2 YouTube channels, but we're focusing on the Mortgage How Do I channel, and it's our newest channel. So Shay, I think there's a great story here because we'd had this other channel that we started back in 2013, and it was different. So everything that we've learned over this time when we started the Mortgage How Do I channel, we did it all different. So I'm assuming you're going to dive into that. It's important stuff.
Well, I mean, one of the things we do, we still have the Kelly Zitlow. Kelly on YouTube you can do kellyonyoutube.com, and that will take you to our original channel that we've had for a long time. It focuses on a realtor audience versus a consumer audience. When we talked about starting a channel that was dedicated just to consumers, I thought this is my opportunity to take everything we've learned on the first channel, all the mistakes we've made, and do it over and do it right. And also that combined with everything I learned from the coaching I got from Think Media. And it actually only took us 1 year to monetize and to get, we're now about 1.5 years into this channel, and we're already monetizing and we're getting leads from it. And we're going to talk about how we get leads from it next. I just wanted everyone to understand the opportunity that exists. So this channel has really only been up and running for 1.5 years. So that's not that long, because YouTube is a long game. We're already getting, you've gotten 89 leads from it since we've monetized this year. And again, you don't have to monetize to get leads. We're going to talk about that next. But you've got 89 leads, 22 apps, and we got 5 pre-quals in play. So that doesn't suck. It's pretty awesome, right? And it's like compound interest too. It just continues to grow and to build over time. And maybe you say, oh, well, you know, okay, sure, but I still have thousands. I only have hundreds of followers. That's okay. You can still drive leads. One of our agents who attended one of our classes and started doing these tips and really leaning into YouTube, made a commitment, is uploading every week. These stats at the bottom are from a month ago. A month ago, he had 217 followers. He had only been doing it for 8 months. He got 8 leads and 3 were active in shopping. And he says of all the leads that he's gotten, YouTube leads are the best. And if you think about it, that makes sense. They're the most qualified because they were searching and they found you. They're ready for what you want, right? So when we do Instagram, you talked about a scroll feed, you're casting a wide net and you're hoping somebody is looking for that and that they find you. But on YouTube, they are actively searching for you and they're finding you by the content that you provide. So this was a month ago. He's already gotten 200. He's up to 286 subscribers in a month. So you see, it grows. It's like compound interest. It grows. And you'll get there.
I think the point, Shay, is that you don't have to have a lot of subscribers to get business from it, as long as your content is solid. And Brian is going out to communities across the state or the area, and he's just profiling them. And he's a real estate agent, and people are moving to Wickenburg or Buckeye or Phoenix, and they're searching this stuff out, and he's coming up. So not only has it helped his YouTube channel, but it's also helped his Google site as well. So I think that it's overall just, again, such a bigger picture. And we're not here advocating not to do Insta or Facebook or things like that. We're just saying, I mean, if you have to pick one, or you already in the YouTube space and you want to kick it up, here's some tips and tricks. So let's dive into it, Shay. Let's get to the good stuff.
Yep. So we're going to talk about the secrets of success. But first, I want to, the biggest question that comes from this is like, okay, Shay, we talked about monetization. We talked about what the requirements are. And then you talked about getting leads. But how did you actually get those leads? So I think from the get-go, making sure that your channel is set up for success. Then we're going to get in the tips of how to get more leads and grow that. But you need to make sure that you are dialed in with your channel to drive leads from it from the get-go. The way that we do that is in our channel header. We have a Let's Chat, schedule a free mortgage consultation, and then we link to our scheduling tool. So that's right there, and that's a clickable link for anyone that goes to our YouTube channel. Then we have an intro video on our main YouTube page, and right there at the top, it says schedule a free personalized mortgage consultation. We've got the link to the scheduling tool. In the About section on our YouTube channel, if you click on About, you go to there as a intro paragraph about Kelly and the channel. And it's not super long. It's not a bio. It's not a bio. It's sort of an introduction to your channel. Then we have Let's Chat, and we have, again, the link to the scheduling link. Every single video, in the first line of the description on every video, we actually put it in the template so we never forget. You can go into your settings and you can add default description content. And we have done that. We have put this so that every single description of our video starts with our call to action to schedule a call with us. Okay, then there's one more thing that you don't see on this slide. And that's Kelly asks them in the video to go to our schedule link and schedule a call. So when we do a call to action in the video content, sometimes we even do it twice. Maybe we're giving 10 tips, 10 credit tips. So halfway through, Kelly will be like, hey, if this sounds good to you and you're ready to take action, go ahead and click our schedule link in the description below and get you connected with someone on our team. And then we do it again at the end. So believe it or not, asking in the video definitely helped us driving leads, because I put all this up and we were driving as many leads. Then when she started saying it in the video, then we started driving more leads. So I recommend you get this all dialed in so that you're ready to start receiving leads from YouTube. Okay, so there's basically 3 secrets to success. In all the training that I've done and the research that I've done, I think these 3 things are the most important things to drive success on YouTube: the topic, the title, and the thumbnail. Topic. So the biggest mistake that we made, Kelly, was what?
Doing videos on things that I thought were important, not doing videos on things that people thought were important.
Right.
And as a lender, you know, it's easy because we'll be like, oh gosh, yeah, this is so important, but then it's not, obviously. So how do we find out what people want to know, Shay?
Yeah. So it's really important that you find out what people are searching for. And there's a couple different ways that you can do it. Most of the people on this call already have a YouTube channel. So if you already have a YouTube channel, your channel, and you have, I mean, you can't just have like 5 videos, but if you have, you know, maybe like at least 30 videos, I would say, or the more videos you have, the better data that you're going to get. But looking at your analytics on what were your top videos, clicking on the analytics tab in your studio, what were your top 10 videos from the last month? One of the things that we do is we look at what people are connecting with, and then we make more of that. So when I look at this chart of top 10 videos, we have, I've put in color here that this is a video about what's going on with the market. People are very concerned about what's going on in the market. Then we have some evergreen videos. We're going to get more into that. We're going to talk about what topics are good for evergreen. They're always relevant in any market. And then you'll see here, we had 4 FHA videos. So out of our top 10, we had the most watched videos was FHA. There's a pattern there, right? So we actually do maybe less FHA loans than we do conventional loans, but people are searching for FHA content. And so we start making more FHA videos. So that's a mind shift change, because in the past, Kelly would go like, oh, well, we don't do that many FHA loans, so let's not put that on our channel. But now we looked and we're like, oh my gosh, people are searching for FHA content. Let's do more of that. So looking at your own top 10 videos and looking for a pattern in the type of content is one of the best ways that you can find out what to search for. And then also check out your AVD. AVD is an important thing when we talk about stats. That's your average view duration. So the longer people watch your video, the better they will perform. So this is why it's important to create quality content, because you want to keep people watching your videos as long as possible. Okay, so we talked about evergreen videos. What's an evergreen video, Kelly?
Evergreen videos are videos that you shoot once and you leverage the heck out of them because they're always useful and the information doesn't change. So it's not topic of the moment. It's, especially in lending and real estate, there are some things that are always constant. And so that's what we call evergreen videos.
Yep. And on your KellyOnYouTube.com channel, we still put content on that channel, even though our primary focus is on consumer. We still do put content out to the real estate community. Your #1 video there is spouse not on the mortgage, something that's always relevant and people are curious about. So you can see how, at 5 months when this video was up, it had 41,000 views. And then at 6 months, as 59,000 views. So it just continues to grow. It takes a while for the algorithm to recognize a video. So if it doesn't take off immediately, it doesn't mean it won't. It wants to start getting some traction. YouTube's a long game. So we definitely recommend making evergreen videos. So I looked at an evergreen video and I just want to drill down on some of the stats, because when we look at data, this is how we can improve our results, by leaning in on content that people are searching for and that they're connecting with on our channel. So when we looked at our #1 video on Mortgage How Do I, the consumer channel, is how do I buy a second home? And that video was published a year ago. And if we look at the analytics, we've gotten over 27,000 views on that. And we have 2,000 hours of watch time on one video within a year. Now, if you think about that, the monetization requirement is 3,000 hours. And here we've had one video that had 2,000 hours. So this is very doable. It's very doable to monetize. And then when we talk about growing subscribers, when you create content that's connecting with your audience, they're going to subscribe. So this one video is responsible for 312 subscribers. And you made $129.
Let's be clear on that. That's not the reason why I'm doing this.
Nope.
It's great because we can reinvest that back into other things in our marketing sphere. But I'm doing this because I believe that there are barriers to the process. And I'm so passionate about sharing them that's the why. That's the thing that drives me. That's why we still do what we do. So get really crystal clear on your why, because that's going to help you stay consistent and have the discipline that you need to do to be able to build this library of amazing content.
Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that. This is really just the cherry on the top, right? And one last thing before we move away from the slide talking about analytics, I pointed out here in our drill down on the real-time analytics, it tells us what our top traffic source is. And it says that 73% of this video came from YouTube search. And that's what we're trying to do. And we had 172 views on that in the last 48 hours, but it's a video that you made a year ago. So that's the power of evergreen.
And I think that's really important, Shay, because a lot of times I hear I'm too busy, it's hard to do it. Think about it. If you can get this into your calendar, which I know you can, I still have it in my calendar today. I shoot right now about an hour and a half a week. Now I'm doing a day, 2 different days, but up until last week, it was just once a week, about an hour and a half. And in that, I can crank out anywhere from 6 to 8 videos. So being orchestrated and disciplined with your time, having it on the calendar, and do it once, especially on the evergreen stuff, that video, that can live on until we take it down from the channel. It can be on there for years and still have a positive impact and answer questions.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about content ideas for evergreen videos specifically. How-to videos. These are great. These are easy. How to buy a house, how to get a loan, how to get your home ready to sell. Any other how-to videos you can think of, Kelly?
I think how to get your credit ready. Credit is a big deal. Lots of people have questions about it. It's not an exact science. The algorithms are always changing. So it's just another one of those. It's not a how-to, but it could be a how-to, how to prepare your credit to buy a house. Almost anything, any topic in our real estate or lending industries can be turned into a how-to. We use that quite often.
Yep. Or a versus video. FHA versus conventional, condo versus townhouse. Any of those, people like to understand the comparison.
Yep.
And we talked already about Brian. He's doing these videos where he just showcases a community. So he went out to Wickenburg. I'll be honest, I've lived in Arizona for more than 20 years. I've never been to Wickenburg. But after I watched Brian's video, I was like, you know what? I want to go check out Wickenburg.
The thing about that is if you're a loan officer and you're wanting to bring value to your real estate referral partners and they have an interest in building a brand by leveraging video, this is such a no-brainer. Get good at it and then go teach it. And every time you talk about Brian, I just smile because, you know, a year and a half ago, he was like, what? Video? How do you even spell that? Like, I'm not doing video. And it was just been this journey. And when you go through a journey with somebody, it just takes on a life of its own. And so I'm so proud of him.
Yeah. And remember, he's got 286 followers and he has a video with over 3,000 views. It's only 3 months old. It continues to build. So you don't have to have a lot of followers. You just have to make good content, right?
And I see Brett Sarin on this. Hey, Brett. Brett is another long-standing friend and referral partner. And Brett, I mean, I remember when you first did video, it had to be like 5 years ago, and you were sweating and you were like so nervous. And look at you now. I mean, I love your channel. I love the content. It's so good. So thank you so much for just going on this journey and trusting me with it. I'm so proud of you.
Absolutely. Okay, so more content ideas. So we talked about evergreen content, but you also need to make some viral content, especially if you're in real estate, because the thing is that if I've already bought a house for you and I want to subscribe to your channel, maybe I'm not interested in content on the home loan process as much, but I've subscribed. I'm still interested in content about the market. So viral content is going to be the newsworthy, trending type topics that are going to get those clicks, but it's a point in time. So these videos are not going to be relevant, you know, a year or two or however long from now. Unlike an evergreen video, how to buy a house is going to be relevant, you know, for a long time, years and years and years to come. But what's, you know, is the market going to crash? Hopefully will not be relevant 2 years from now. So it's still good to make this kind of content to keep your audience engaged. And knowing that you'll probably get a lot of clicks and views right away, and perhaps even some subscribers, but just know that it's going to be more of a short-term play on these, but it's still a good idea to do it. So when we're doing market videos, I wouldn't recommend calling them market update, because that's not something, no one's going into YouTube and typing in market update. You want to search, and when it comes up in your feed on YouTube, market update is just so generic. It's not going to inspire me to click. I'm not saying don't do a market update. Do a market update, just don't call it that. So here's some examples of what a market update is, but we just didn't call it that. So housing market myths. There's, you know, housing market myths in 2023. What are the things people are saying out there that that you don't believe are true, and you're giving your opinion on why? Is it a good time to buy? Okay, that's a question. Then we're going to answer the question in the video. And in this video, Kelly, you're using market stats to back it up. I think Brett Sarin helped us with some of those market stats. So then, you know, here's a few of them I pulled from the internet when we're talking about trending topics. The crash. We've done many market crash videos. It doesn't matter which side you are when you use that word market crash. You know, we usually like, is there going to be a market crash, or where's the crash? We did one of those as well. So this gets people clicking, and they're interested to know what your thoughts are. And then obviously the more data you have to back it up, the better.
So Shay, how do people find out what people are searching?
Right. Well, I mean, these ones are always this trend surfing and this news hacking for the viral content. That is really specific to what's happening in the market. And I would recommend following all your competitors and people you like. Follow us, see the things that we're talking about, and then you can make videos on those same subjects as well. Here's a video where somebody was talking about Dave Ramsey, and you put Dave Ramsey in there. Dave Ramsey has a big following. So people are going to be like, oh, what about Dave Ramsey's opinion? But you can also search, and I really like this for evergreen content versus viral. Viral is just going to be what's in the news, what's trending, what's being talked about in the media. We do a lot of videos addressing things, inaccuracies we hear in the media.
So today, what's today? Today's Fed Day, right? They raised the Fed funds rate by 0.25%. Boom, there's a video. Do your take on it, get it out. That's relevant. That is market news of the moment.
Yep. I bet you have a video coming on out on that. If it's not already out, I'm going to guess. So for evergreen content, I recommend answerthepublic.com. This is a website that compiles the most asked questions on the internet. So when we're talking about evergreen, this is the place to go to find out what they're searching for and what you can make videos on.
And
Remember,
it's free for the base. They have a base account. They have a premium account, which costs money, but the base account is free, guys. We love free, right?
Yep. You get 3 free searches a day when you create an account, and you can even download a CVS file so that you can, track these, highlight which ones, delete the ones you don't want to do. But I mean, this could be your content calendar for like the rest of the year for evergreen videos. You'll still need to add some viral videos in it. But remember, the key to success on YouTube is to make videos about topics people are searching for. That's how they find you. That's how they get to you. That's how your videos rank in search. So I highly recommend using a free service. But title is really important too, because if people are searching for things, it's the title that tells the algorithm what your video is about. That's where your SEO is. So you can see how if you just make your topic market update, that's a little bit too generic. You got to get specific about what your video is for the SEO, and at the same time, entice people on the topic. So one of the ways that we help perfect our titles and our keywords is by using tools like vidIQ and TubeBuddy. They have free versions for both of these, so there's no reason why anyone on this call can't get it. It's free. It's a Chrome extension. You can go in there. It connects to your YouTube account, and it'll allow you to search the keywords, and it will score them. So it's looking at the volume of searches versus the competition, how many videos. So you want to have a healthy amount of search volume and a low amount of competition when you're creating a video. And we use both of these. We have upgraded accounts on both of them. I think it's worth it. But the one I use the most is vidIQ. I love their AI tools. So they actually have a title generator where you can type in your topic. Maybe you type in market update, and vidIQ will give you multiple options for what your title should be. And you can, if you don't like any of those, you click it again and it just keeps giving you suggestions. So highly recommend using these tools to help get your titles tight and even your descriptions, because the description is also an opportunity for SEO for the algorithm. And they have AI tools for that too. Thumbnails. What about thumbnails, Kelly?
I've heard you say it's like the most important thing.
It's pretty important. I think of it like it's like your billboard or your commercial. Like you got to get them to click. And if you think about Netflix, all those little video things are thumbnails, right? They want you to watch the content. They want you to click. I don't know if you've ever done this, but they actually change out their titles on movies. And there's many times where I'll see a thumbnail and I'm like, oh, that looks good. And then I click, I'm like, oh, I already saw this movie, because they changed the thumbnail.
Yep.
So thumbnails is, that's what entices people to click. And I think one of the ways that people go wrong, including us, when I had a coach be like, whoa, you have way too much content on your thumbnail, is we try to put everything that the title is into the thumbnail. But it doesn't need to be that, because the title always goes with the thumbnail. So you can just let the title be what the title is. That's good for SEO and it helps people understand what your video is about. But the thumbnail is like that graphic, catch your eye, draw them in, entice them to click. So, you know, one of my most favorite YouTube channels, Ryan Serhant. This was a great video, by the way. The House of Secret Doors. Like, I had to check that house out. That was so cool. I mean, there was like a secret door in the bathroom. So, you know, he could have put touring a $30 million ultra modern desert mansion. He could have put all that on the thumbnail, but it wouldn't be as enticing. So as few as words as possible on your thumbnail. 4 or less is kind of a rule that I live by. But if you can get away with none, you know, Javier Vidana is a agent here in the Phoenix market. He's got more than 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he's very popular on YouTube, great YouTube content. And you can see he's got just 3 check marks here. 3 things you have to do before house hunting for first-time home buyers. This is great because it tells the algorithm it's going to be for first-time home buyers, and it tells the audience too. But now I'm enticed, right? 3 things I have to do. Okay.
Maybe it's like, I'm a first-time home buyer. Oh my God, there's 3 things I have to do. Like, it's that, you know, like it's just, it's finding the people that want the information, and it's doing it in such a succinct, fast way that it's almost on a subconscious level. So thumbnails.
Yeah.
I want to share real quick. I was just on One Rental at a Time. If you guys aren't following his channel, I'd follow it. And he is, I think he's approaching 50,000 subscribers. I mean, he's got such a fascinating story. But the point of my story is that he was interviewing me for his podcast. I came in Sunday morning, and he is just, it's nothing fancy. And I love this because he has such a reach. He's making such a difference with his content. And I was here at 9 o'clock Sunday morning, and we shot 3 different, like 15-minute segments, if you will. And literally he had a thumbnail later that afternoon, and it went live the next day. I mean, and so he's not editing any of his video, which, you know, there's opinions both way in whether you edit or not. But he's just like, look, that's not my thing. I'm not an editor. I'm going to spend time focusing on the thumbnail so we can get to the people that want the information. And I just love that approach. So there is no one size fits all approach, guys. This is all just find what works for you. For us, our videos are a little bit more edited. That's just the style, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'll talk. Mariah's got a question. Why not market update? Hopefully we answered that, but I want to lean in on that too, like with your thumbnails. Also, no Friday video, no Tuesday tip, no like your podcast name. Like then you're only going to get people who know about your podcast and are searching it. You can put something enticing about that podcast and then put podcast at the end of it. But make sure you're leading with something that entices people to click, because people aren't searching for Friday video. No one's searching for that. And believe it or not, I see this mistake all the time. Like, or something Thursday, like top tip Thursday. No one's searching for top tip Thursday. They want to know what the content's about, why they should click it. So there's a tutorial. We're going to send all the links, any links that we talk about in this class, we're going to send them in a follow-up email to everyone who attended this call. So you'll get this link in your email. But here's how to create an easy thumbnail. Make amazing YouTube thumbnails in under 3 minutes. So this is a hack for you guys to help you make better thumbnails, but also it's a great title and thumbnail too. I know exactly what it's about. And I'm interested in how to do that under 3 minutes. See, when you start getting specific, people go, oh, it's fast. I want to know how to do something fast.
Rick is like, no Wealth Wednesday. Well, I guess, Rick, what does that mean? Is that what people are searching for? So again, we're not advocating not doing Wealth Wednesday. Just call it something that's more interesting.
Yeah. Talk about that, but just change the title, right? Get the consumer to click. Here's another one of my bonus tips on how to get more views to your video. this is something that we just started doing, which is we add an end screen to the end of the video. And then it's just a template, and we leave a space for the icon and the video. You'll connect those in YouTube. So when you upload your video, you'll click on the end screen button and you'll be able to add the live link to your channel and the next video. But Kelly tees it up. So she'll say something like, we just did one, I think, it was about 5 credit myths. So Kelly was busting the 5 credit myths. And then I believe at the end of the video, she said something like, and if you want to know the difference between TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, be sure to watch my next video coming up that will explain the difference between those 3. So she's already teed the audience up to her next video to keep people watching her content. And then we did the end screen and we linked the credit bureau video to that. So that takes them right into, what they should watch next. And by the way, the YouTube algorithm highly rewards that kind of behavior where you've got somebody who watched all the way to your end of your video and they clicked and they watched your next video. That helps the algorithm go, wow, people are really into this Kelly Zitlow content, and they're going to push that out more. So this is a really easy one and a great way to drive more views to your videos. When you drive more views to your videos, you also tend to get more subscribers.
All right, we have 12 minutes left, Shay. Let's bring it home.
Yep. So we've got some questions. If you have questions in the chat, put them in the chat. We are going to talk about video editing. But first, a couple quick FAQs. So how often should you post? How often should you post, Kelly?
As often as you can. Once a week. But, if you can do it every day, do it every day. Just do what works for you, but at minimum once a week.
Yep. And be consistent with that.
Yeah.
So it's like going to the gym, right? How much results did you get from one workout? Got to do it consistently. So we do once a week. That's what we can do. So we're consistent. And believe me, when we don't do a week, when we skip a week, I can tell it in the analytics. It lets me know we didn't get as many views. We didn't get as many subscribers, all that kind of stuff. So I say at least once a week consistently. And then how long should your videos be, Kelly Zitlow?
As long as it takes for you to say what you have to say. Now, there's all over the internet opinions on this. Mm-hmm. And if you're doing a short, obviously you want to keep it under 60 seconds. But if it's long format, if it's 2 minutes to say what you have to say it. Be concise, be direct, be fun, be you. But don't just keep rambling because you feel like you have to hit the 6-minute mark or the 4-minute mark. So that's my best advice. And we've done it all. So we've done 2 minutes, we've done 4 minutes, we've done 6 minutes. Honestly, it's the content, and it's the content that's the best answer that drives how long is it going to take you to say what you have to say. Sometimes I'll do interviews that are long, like 20 to 30 minutes with professionals in the business. So Patrick McQueen, he's a real estate attorney here in Arizona, great guy. And I'll have him on like once a quarter, and we'll just kind of start to chunk down what he's seen from a litigation standpoint. He's in the real estate space. It's always fascinating, but those are like 30 minutes. So that's how long it takes to get that conversation out.
Right. And you can leverage that for short. So what we do is we do film Kelly's videos in horizontal format, and they are longer form. And then we do everything we can to see how many shorts we can get out of that. We crop it in, we make it vertical, and we repurpose that. So we try to get 3 to 5 shorts from every long form video. Sometimes we can get more. If it's a 30-minute interview, then we take certain sound bites or sections and make those into a short. Then we put them on YouTube as shorts. We also repurpose them on Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn, Facebook, all that. So one video, and we're able to get multiple videos out of it and repurpose it on multiple platforms.
Leveraging your time right there.
Yep. So what about channel art? I showed you the channel art on Kelly's YouTube page where it says, schedule your free consultation, picture of Kelly. You can create that in Canva. They actually have templates already. So Canva you can use for free. You can go there, get the templates, and make yours. That's what people ask a lot about. Okay, one of the number one thing though that people ask about is video editing. Wow, we've done everything. We've done all of this stuff and more. And I've even become a Adobe Premiere expert in the process. But I'll tell you, my favorite way to edit videos now and probably forevermore is to use a company called Story. So you can use, if you want to do the editing yourself, you can use Splice, you can use Canva, you can use CapCut, you can use the in-app editors from Instagram, TikTok, if you're doing shorts, you can use all of those. But I like it. That's when, if you want to DIY, I like it when it's done for me. How about you, Kelly?
Yeah, I'm not editing. It's not
So we partnered with a company called Story. It's cost-effective video editing solutions. They even have an add-on that if you don't want to post it to YouTube and Instagram and all that, if you don't have time for that, you can add that onto your package. They'll do that for you. So it's a pretty cool thing. They have an app where you can shoot your video right in the app, and then it goes right up to their cloud. They'll do the editing. They can do the posting, or you can do the posting, whichever you wish. And they're going to give you a free video edit, a free short that they will edit for you. When you scan this QR code, they'll do that for you. And when you schedule a demo to learn about their program, it's something we use. And I'm very particular about services. I want to make sure that they're seamless, like, you know, that our audience can't tell the difference between when I edit something or Story or one of our other videographers. Everything has to look like it all came from the same shop. And Story's been doing a great job for us. So I highly recommended getting the free video from them. Okay, keep learning. So here's some of the resources. This is a book from Sean Cannell. That's where I started. I found Sean online. I subscribed to his channel, Think Media, bought the book, read the book, started putting all this into practice. So Sean's got a free class on how you can get more views. Pretty much all the tips we shared here today, I copied from Sean.
Sean is such a great guy. Shay, I'm just giggling right now because we were actually at Neil Dingra's Forward event, I don't know, last week, the week before. Sean spoke and he was out in the lobby afterwards. And Shay was like a teenage girl. She was so excited to get her picture taken with Sean. It was so cute. He was so gracious with his time and just his passion to truly educate around this. So if you guys aren't following Sean, definitely follow Think Media. They're doing some good stuff over there.
Yep. And we will put the link to the class, to these classes. So there's a free class that you can attend from Sean. Highly recommend it. If you're ready, we've done all of every coaching program that Sean's offered. Just about, we've taken it, and it's done a lot of great for us. So if you want to be part of his Video Ranking Academy coaching program, we'll also include the link in the follow-up email. So when should you start, Kelly?
Now.
Yeah.
Don't wait another day. And don't tell yourself that story that somebody's already doing it, so why do it? I mean, you know, there's a lot of people doing it really well in the mortgage space. That shouldn't prevent you from doing it. It doesn't hold me back. Like I said before, you're going to have your own style. Certain people are going to be attracted to your style. So, and you're going to say it different, and you're going to have your own thoughts. So no matter how long you've been in the business, if you're in this business, you have information that people want. And today's the day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so action plan. You know what? It starts with the commitment. If you're committed, put it in the chat. I hope that some of these tips are going to help you grow your channel. There's just so much opportunity. It really is the #1 missed opportunity in real estate and mortgage. And if you want the shooting tips from Kelly Zitlow, all the stuff we do, including equipment checklists and the different types of video and different resources, scan this QR code and that will come to you. Any last questions before we leave? I don't think so. How about you, Kelly? Any questions from you?
No, I think just, you know, what we do is we pay attention to who's doing what in YouTube, and what we're connecting with. And honestly, that's another form of just finding great content. Like, oh my gosh. And again, just don't tell yourself that story that Neil already did it, so why would I do it? Just go do it. Say what you have to say and come at it. The way that I've always come at it is just, is there value in it? Could this help somebody? And that's the filter. That's what I do. So if there's no value in it, then don't say it, but if there's value there and it can help somebody on this journey, then shoot the video today. And it's okay that it's raw. It's okay that it's, not perfect. There is no such thing as perfect, because you will always destroy it if that's your mindset. Because trust me, I've done it. So just do it, shoot it, and get it out. Our rule of thumb is no more than 3 takes. And that was early on in 2014 when I made this crazy decision to do this. That was it. We could only shoot 3 because I still had a full-time job or 2. So just don't let yourself be held back. Join this community, join Think Media, follow Neil, Dingra. There's so many great resources out there of people that are doing this really, really well. And if you guys have questions, we're here.
Absolutely. Okay, so there was one question about our video guide, the number. If you want to text it, your number right there, you can scan that. But anyways, I'm excited. I hope you guys got something out of this today. Make sure you look for the email with all the live links that we're going to send to you, and let us know if you have any questions.
Thanks so much, Shay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.